What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Hold on one sec here. Amazing. All right, you guys, let's today was a crazy day. Markets have been wild, and yeah, they definitely haven't been easy to trade, but we're making it work. So ending today green, third green day in a row, 3 for 3 this week on green days, which is awesome. Just got to keep the consistency up, show up every single day, pull some money out of the markets, and call her a day. So today we made 2 trades, and yeah, I'll go over those here in a sec. But overall, if you're looking at SPY here, big red day, giant green candle, broke below the EMA, the 9 EMA, and now we're headed towards the bottom of this channel. It's definitely a key place we're watching here. We've been hanging out on this channel for quite a while now, and yeah, it's pretty wild. So we need to hold within this channel. But as you can see, towards the end of the day, we had a huge flush. So it's gonna be interesting tomorrow to see if this holds up. In the past, when we have these big red days, we've gotten bought up very quickly. Same thing here. A few big red days get bought up very quickly once we kind of get to the bottom of this channel here. Qs doesn't look as bad, but pretty bad red day there as well. Again, lost the EMA. This was having a hard time chopping around up here. So I do have a hedge. I've been swinging VIX calls just as a hedge. So I got in back here, or somewhere on this day, and they're up super nice now. VIX calls don't move like crazy. I think I'm probably up 25-30%. But we'll see where this can go. I mean, if volatility picks up, we can get up here into this zone. Honestly, we could have a crazy squeeze up on VIX. So volatility has been extremely low. But we could definitely have a pretty massive squeeze up. So gonna be watching this and hold that hedge just in case the market starts to kind of dump off it all. So let's see here. So 2 trades I made today. First one was on UPST. This thing's been wild, right? So if you look at it on the daily, we had this gap up, classic gap and go. And we haven't had a red day since. Like, these are all green candles. So since it's been open, haven't had a red day since. So I was watching this flag pattern here. We're kind of squeezing here, super clear, and we got a nice breakout of that right at open there. I was watching this in the 1 minute, and I missed this first initial break here. Pulled back very nicely, reclaimed VWAP, pushed up, got rejected. We had like this resistance here, kind of long form flag pattern, and I caught it for the break of this, and it was a pretty solid trade, and was able to pull $76 out of that one. Contracts moved very quickly on these, but if you got caught in a red candle, which I did right here, you definitely get back some profits. So it's a pretty hard stock to trade. The contracts move with the price action, not necessarily the price of the stock. So yeah, it's definitely challenging because you have to almost guess that the break's gonna happen so you can catch the full premium on the contracts instead of waiting for the full break. So just something to be aware of. Second trade I made was on UPS. So UPS had a massive push up off the open, slight pullback, bounced around this EMA here, and I re-entered right here just to kind of play the momentum. Not something I would usually enter right here, but I did, and we saw an instant push up. And I knew if we could break 199.50 that we'd see a really nice push up, so I actually held out and I didn't sell, and I ended up selling right here on this red candle for a $34 win. This definitely could have been a much larger winner if I would have just sold up here. but I was more than willing to take the risk and hold out for that 199.50 break if it was going to happen. As you can see, after that, we started kind of squeezing here into this wedge slash flag pattern. Probably looks more like a flag on the 5 minute. And I was looking for a squeeze above that. But we broke down below the VWAP and dumped throughout the rest of the day. So those were the 2 trades I made today. $114 on the day. So nothing crazy, but if we can keep having like $100 to $300 days every single day, just stay consistent, and then keep the red days small, and be ready to swing for the fences when the market provides those opportunities, and it's just not that time right now. So just making sure you show up every single day, and the market will provide really good plays, and that's when you need to be ready to go all in. Not all in, but that's when you need to be ready to size up and go big, which is super important. So is my stream freezing here? I think it's still going. Okay, we're good. Sorry, it froze on my screen. All right, let's go over what I'm going to be watching tomorrow, and then I'll let you guys get on with your night. So first thing I'm watching tomorrow is Tesla, like usual. Tesla had a massive green day today, so we're just going to kind of be watching this because I do think above 700 is a play. So if we get a gap up here, I would look to play first 695.50, and then from there 700 break looks really nice. It's definitely a key level, and I think a lot of people will be watching that. As far as to the downside, waiting for it to be back down to 650 to trade to the downside. Amazon, I'm watching below that 3200 area. This thing has not been holding up well. I was watching it here for a gap fill to the upside, but it's been tanking since earnings. So looking for a break below low of today. UPST is on watch tomorrow. Once again, I think this thing has potential to break 220 tomorrow, which would give us a really nice push up. My targets on that would be 225, which is right up here. And yeah, just be careful trading this. Like I said, contracts move fairly weird and different on this. So yeah, just be aware of that when you're trading this. And basically what I do when trading this is I scale out very quickly. So if I'll enter right before the break of 220, we'll pop up, get that break, and I'll instantly scale out of 75% of my contracts and let the rest run and set my stop for break even. Next thing I'm watching tomorrow is DDOG. We're squeezing here on this, and it's really starting to look nice. On the daily, it's getting tight here. We have this big gap up, but it's getting tight in here, and it's holding up against market conditions fairly well, or quite well. And we're starting to squeeze here. So we got this kind of resistance area here where, we came up, got rejected in that area, came up, got rejected. So I'll be watching for a break above 134.52 for calls tomorrow. And then the real entry is 135, that's a safer entry. And from there we can go up to all-time highs at 137.50. So this one's gonna be a close watch tomorrow. I'm watching some different names I normally watch, and you guys will notice that. And that's just because market's choppy. You have to find what's strong and pivot to those names. This is something I hadn't traded much in the past, but it's presenting opportunities, so we're going to take advantage of that. Next thing I'm watching is MRNA. This still looks really good above 410 if we can hold. We popped up above it right at open today. Didn't hold, so we need to see a break and hold of 410, and that looks like a really nice level there. Yeah. NVIDIA had earnings, so I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on this tomorrow and just post earnings, see if there's any plays that present themselves. I'd potentially play it above 196.50, but let's just see where this thing opens up and we can go from there. And the last thing I'm watching is PFE. A friend told me about this. Obviously I know about the stock, but he told me about the dump that kind of happened today with this. So, on the daily it's been crazy. So huge dump today. Tomorrow I'll be watching a break below 48.93 for puts, and then we could gap down, and if that's the case, I'll look for a break below pre-market low to enter puts. So we got plays on both sides going in tomorrow, plays going to the upside, plays going to the downside, which is awesome because we can just kind of analyze it at market open, see where the market's headed, and see where that overall market direction's at, and we can decide what we're going to do from there. I am looking to add some names to my watch list. Like I said, the market's been wild, quite choppy. So if there's any names that you've been playing a lot or have really been enjoying the price action on, just comment those below, and I'd love to add them to my watch list, check them out, and see if they're worth playing. So that is all for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. See you tomorrow.